because you're pretending to be something that you're not. You're raising a child that doesn't belong to you. That's rough. I don't care what nobody say. Now it gets done, and thank God we do have men who will do that. But psychologically, is detrimental to your health.
What about when you have, if you're with a woman and she does have a child, but the father is active and is there?
Sure, you can handle it. It's still uncomfortable.
Okay.
Pulling up in the car, they come to the door. She's really nice to him. No, he don't pay child support. He don't do nothing.
No, he pay child support.
I'm just saying, if he does that, I'm creating my scenario.
Okay.
And he's in the living room watching TV. She here, okay, bye. Return the kids. Coming back. Okay, bye. It still hurt, but you have to be so mature. My thing is, why put yourself through that? That's where I'm at. Why do that to yourself? Why make yourself uncomfortable?
For our next story, we are moving on to a clip with TK Kirkland. Now, TK Kirkland is a comedian. This guy has had quite the career, to be honest. Very insightful guy. And apparently he did a podcast where he raised the point about why men shouldn't raise another man's child. And I think that's a point of contention for a lot of single mothers out there who are seeking good men. This is probably something that's, hard to hear from anybody, right? Because it almost kind of limits their options. But I don't know. I haven't seen this clip. I'm going to go ahead and play it and then respond to it accordingly.
Psychological torture to raise another man's kid.
Torture?
It's torture.
Why?
Because you're pretending to be something that you're not. You're raising a child that doesn't belong to you. That's rough. I don't care what nobody say. Now it gets done, and thank God we do have men who will do that. But psychologically, is detrimental to your health.
What about when you have, if you're with a woman and she does have a child, but the father is active and is there?
Sure, you can handle it. It's still uncomfortable.
Okay.
Pulling up in the car, they come to the door, and she's really nice to him. No, he don't pay child support. He don't do nothing.
No, he pay child support.
I'm just saying, and if he does that, I'm creating my scenario.
Okay.
And he's in the living room watching TV. She here, okay, bye. Return the kids. Coming back. Okay, bye. It still hurt, but you have to be so mature. My thing is, why put yourself through that?
I agree.
That's where I'm at. Why do that to yourself? Why make yourself uncomfortable?
Did you know that when you were 30?
I'm not sure. That was a long time ago. Yeah.
So it's more of a new revelation.
No, I don't know. I've always thought like this since I was a youngster.
Okay.
Yeah. So my way of thinking has always been on another level, but I don't think I've ever had that situation though. So that's pretty cool.
So and if that's the game to the women, so should the men also be mindful of not having children?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They should. But even though I've probably hurt a lot of women's feelings on the baby thing, so let me give you the game on how to win. The solution. See, the solution is when you have babies from another man, one, you still go out and have sex, still have a good time. Take care of your body. Make sure you look good because men are visual. So if you out here fat, you're not taking care of your body, the chances of you getting a nigga is gonna be slim. Then I have this thing in my head called reborn.
Okay.
Reborn is after you get all your kids out of the house, and then you can start dating again because the new guy that you're dating doesn't feel responsible that he got to carry other children mentally, spiritually, and financially. So he'll date you because all the kids are out the house. Yeah, we could date. We have a good time because I ain't got to worry about your kids, and that's just my thing. But women have to take care of themselves physically and mentally and try not to have a man's baby until you're in your late 30s, early 40s. This is just my opinion. I've seen women, and I try to date women who got kids. Man's rough because when you know what you know, you're like, oh, I like her. But damn, I don't feel like putting up with nobody's kids. It's exhausting. I gotta go to Toys R Us to prove that I like your fucking
Toys R Us ain't
kid.
even around no more.
I'm just saying, you know, I gotta do all these extra things. Put your kid in the car seat. I go to Disneyland and shit and all that. If I like you,
What if you have a blended family? Does that work?
what do you mean by blended?
Like either y'all both come with a child or
It's still
two.
difficult. Yep.
Oh,
all of
okay.
it's difficult. I think when people do that too, they love each other, you know, but majority of the time financially you're not prepared.
Mhm.
And all you gotta do is just one time do one wrong thing, right? You got 2 or 3 kids, and then you bring one kid a gift. Then she gets on the phone with her mother, and she's like, "Oh, he just bought TT one gift. You know, we got all these other kids in here. You know, I ain't nobody got time for that shit. I ain't got time."
That's fair. I mean, you know, I don't know how much you're ever in comments, but like in the comments, people or men are often saying to women that, you know, don't be in the streets having a whole bunch of kids, you know.
Yeah, do not be having them babies, and to scare women so they can really understand what I mean. Go a little deeper. A lot of people don't talk about when you get pregnant, that giving birth you can die.
Absolutely.
You better love a nigga when you have his baby. That ain't a game. Like, you truly gotta love him. Like, to be up there and you could die. And I've only seen it happen once in my life. A lady in Orlando, she was a radio personality. She got pregnant and had the baby and passed away. Never got a chance to see a kid. So, you know, people need to know.
I actually know someone that happened to.
Mm-hmm.
She passed away. One of my close friends, one of her good friends.
Right. Yeah, that's rough.
You know, what's her name? Judge.
That is a fair point. I mean, it goes to say that you do have to be intentional. If you're a young lady and you're dating, you're having sex, and you're sexually active, you're not meant to be everybody's baby mother. And he is bringing a point, like it is a true essence of love if you're willing to take somebody's legacy and give birth to their future, essentially. So let's not just do that lightly. Make sure that you're finding someone that you love, that you believe is a good person that loves you back, and that, you know, you're mindful about the life that you're giving birth to. That just goes back to the whole point earlier about being intentional. We got to do things more intentionally. Now, that's not to say that, you know, we don't all slip up. No one's perfect. I'm just saying a lot of this stuff here is meant for people who want to be better, right? So take the meat, spit out the bones. Not everything you hear is going to be good. It's going to cater to how you feel about things, but this is somebody's point of view. I may not necessarily agree with it, but it's his point of view, and there are some things that can be useful. So definitely, to all my listeners, I encourage you to take the meat, spit out the bones.
She's a black judge. She has short hair. Not Maybelline, it's another one, but her daughter died in childbirth, and so like they have like a whole campaign with the husband and, you know, his in-laws on, you know. TK, so have you heard about this guy maybe like a month ago or 3 or 4 weeks ago, I guess? He was on Instagram or whatever, some social media site, saying that he has 7 kids and he did not want to take care of them. And he told all the women with whom he had these children that, you know, I told you I wasn't gonna have these kids, but, you know, I didn't want any kids, yet he still skeeted in them and then had children. You know, what do you think about women and how they move as far as listening to what a man says versus watching what he does?
Like every day, you know, he might send you some flowers, he might take you out to eat, but you didn't watch his character. So now you got a baby, now he's behind the 8 ball, and now he's showing you who he really is, right? And I hate men who are coming to a woman knowing that she could get pregnant. Like, and then say what happened when she tells you, "Oh, I'm pregnant." He's like, "How the fuck did that happen?" Well, duh. So I do this stuff on my podcast, and it drives me crazy what the choices that these young men make.
So, and I guess and we've talked about this before. I think Rico brought this up. So when women are dealing with men, should they be listening to what the man is saying? Like, hey, no.
They listen too much because how you ladies get caught up.
So
women listen to words, and if a guy's real elegant with his conversation, you done. Next thing you know, your knees is behind your chin. You're screaming to the top of your lungs and shit. And if the dick is good, you like, I love you. And the next thing, bam. You off have a slice of pizzas, you're eating ices, you know? Now you let the nigga move in. You're like, hey, you want to move in? And bam. There you go. Then it take 3 years to get the nigga out.
Oh, God. Because I always feel like when, I'm talking to like my little younger cousins or even Mandy on the show, I always say, you watch what people do. I don't care what nobody says. Don't matter. True. You watch their actions. But my other co-host says, no, you listen to what they say.
Yeah, I think it's both. It's a fine line. You have to do both. You have to listen to what they say. And I always say demonstration is better than conversation. Yeah, that's how I move. Mm-hmm.
I like that. Let me write that down.
Don't be stealing my stuff.
I'm a 100% use it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I was saying that people should travel. The same way we teach our kids to go to school or play sports is the same way we got to teach them how to be a man and how to date as a youngster. Hey, son, put your money away. You're going to have a girlfriend one day. Teach him how to stack his money. Teach him how to open the door. Teach him about everything that is able to survive. One of the worst things in the world is to hear parents say, oh, I'm about to have a grandbaby, like I said earlier, knowing that their kid is not prepared to raise a child. It's the deepest thing, but most men and women say it. Oh, we're having a baby, knowing your kid don't have no money to raise a damn baby. And they push that agenda. I ain't got time for it. So it's good to have this type of show. Hopefully, if we get one person out of the hundreds of thousands that's going to be watching this, we got them. We got somebody to listen.
I think that people love being the exception or even bringing up the exception. Whenever we talk, we're always talking generalities. Mm-hmm. Somebody gonna always say, well, I got a friend. No one cares about your fucking friend. We're talking about like 70% of the population. We're talking about most people. I don't know why people always want to conflate exceptions with, with rules. And there's always going to be an exception. There's always going to be somebody who's above average. There's always going to be somebody who isn't doing the exact same thing that the rest of us average folks are doing. And I'm saying average because the majority of people are average, and I think that the problem is that people don't want to be average. People don't want to deal with failure. People don't want to be like, you know what? I tried to be a such and such. It didn't work. And so, you know what? Let me change course. Let me figure out something else I'm good at.
There's nothing wrong with changing.
But a lot of us just want to stick to the bullshit and just keep bumping our heads.
Yeah, you gotta know how to switch up.
I mean, especially if it depends on your livelihood. You can't be 47 making beats and ain't nobody buying them.
Right. That's true.
Just, I mean, no offense to Lonnie's friend, but like, I mean, like,
that's a shot.
If the dude in the Bronx, down the street from the Golden Crust, ain't buying your beats and he just a little local rapper, like, Kanye not buying them either, or Jay-Z or Lil Durk or whoever, none of these people are buying them. Like, it's okay to do something different, but I also think that we have a hard time accepting defeat. It's hard to be rejected. It hurts your feelings, period, by a person.
Yeah, women can't deal with it. I know most men and women can't deal with rejection. Years ago, you would think a man could, but now you ladies just say the wrong thing to a guy, and if it's no, you can get stabbed. That's crazy that a man would be that upset to stab you or even try to come shoot you. And I do know some women don't like to be rejected. I used to go to strip clubs, not a lot. Probably been to maybe 5 strip clubs in my whole lifetime. And it's one of the greatest feelings in the world, not because of the dancing. It's because the women come up and ask, can you have a dance? And you can really give them attitude. Would you like a dance? No, no, thank you. Talking to your friend, another girl. No, thank you. I appreciate that. Then still talking to your friend. Another guy. Would you like that? Hey, I said I didn't want to know that. They keep fucking sweating me. You know, it's like reverse psychology now because now I don't need you. I'm just here for the chicken wings and the drink. Hilarious. I did that once, and that's how come I remember that. You know, I was just giving them such a hard time.
On purpose?
Yeah, because I'm the way I think, I don't believe I should make my money and then trick it off on you if I don't know you.
I mean, you're buying something. Right?
No, I'm not doing that. No way. Mm-mm.
I mean, they have. I'm just saying it's a service.
Yeah, I've been getting asked my whole life. I've been fucking since I was 11. So for a woman to have a fat ass, I've had a bad bitch breathing on me since I was about 12, 13 years old. At the Dairy Queen stand, at the Good Humor, all that shit.
Y'all got Dairy Queen here?
I'm not from here, but we used to have Dairy Queen. Yes, we still got Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen's all over the country.
New Jersey, yes. Oh, I thought you were in Jersey though.
TK just made a real good point. It's true. He says certain men who haven't had a problem getting women, they're not really trying to make their money and go trick on a woman. That's a fact, what he's saying right there. Those are for the guys who, you know what I'm saying, are used to getting women. It's not like you're going to have men, they're going to be generous. You know what I'm saying? They're going to take care of a young lady or whatnot. But certain dudes who's used to getting women, they're not out here trying to impress you by being a trick. You know what I mean? You got to cash app them money and you got to do this and you got to take them to this type of thing. You got to do this. And then women will try to like use insults and say, oh, you don't got it or whatever as a means of playing with these dudes. And he's like, nah, I'm not. Miss you. Go about your business. I don't need all of that. And that's actually a lesson for a lot of young men. Sometimes you got to move like you're that dude. You know what I'm saying? And that is a confidence that you portray about yourself, because there are people that are users that will take advantage because they know you want something from them. So they're going to try to get as much from you before they even consider giving you what they think you want from them. And so for certain men, that ain't even a game you can play with me, because what you got comes standard on every model. So if not you, it's the next one, but I'm going to get what I want either way. You feel what I'm saying? If that's kind of the game you're playing. But for some women, you know, they're used to testing the waters to see what types of men they can get away with that on. Some men, you know, aren't used to getting women or attention from pretty women. And now when you come, you know, you get a little more established and you come, you know, into some money and, you know, now and you maybe want to shoot your shot at a woman that might have been out of your league before. She might try you like that. And you might not even be her type, but she's going to try you to see, because I think she could read. You're not used to dealing with women of my caliber. So for you to get up here, you got to pay for it. And a lot of women play that game. Now, some of them have no business playing that game because they're not they're not even that tough for anybody to jump through hoops for. But for a man who's not used to getting it, you won't get hustled. And this is one of the things he's saying is that, you know, if you're used to getting women, this isn't a tactic that works on you. You know what I'm saying? You brush that off. And when you brush it off, it changes the tone of the conversation because now you're not thirsty. You know what I mean? Like, it's different when somebody feels like you begging for something than when you know, can do with it or do without it. So it's interesting to hear that point.
From Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I left years ago. I left probably before you was born.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I left in 1979.
Okay.
Yeah, what year was you born?
We don't want to put that out there.
Yeah, you wasn't born.
That's for people to
I don't know why you ladies don't like saying your age. And let me tell you why you should say your age. You should only not say your age if you look fucked up. But if you look good, you took care of yourself, you should tell people your age to inspire other people, because would you rather die today and you not get older?
No, there's only one option.
Yes, take care of you. So my point is, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Tell other people your age so they could compliment you. Go, oh my God, you don't look your age. That's a good feeling.
It is.
Well, most people, when I do tell them my age, they absolutely don't believe.
Yeah,
me,
I'm
so.
109, but I look 60. I look 62.
What's his name? Like Joe. Dang, it's like one of my favorite movies. We're Coming to America when he was saying how old. I'm sorry. Okay, no one's getting the joke.
He was 100.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
right, yeah, you know,
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm an old head, but you know, I take care. I believe in taking care of myself.
Right.
Like we're gonna do this for minutes. I'm going to bed.
I'm for that.
Yeah, I'm tired. I've been up since early this morning, all the way in New York City. I was trying to holler at Trump. You know,
That boy was clank this morning.
Trying to have a conversation with him. I really want to tell him don't be talking shit about the judge, because he been talking shit about the judge and the prosecutor. That's a dumb dude to even do
They
that.
put a gag, not a gag order, but like there
I
was
hope they did put a gag
a
order.
stern warning was given to him, is what I read
Okay.
about that. It may end up being a gag order.
Yeah, if that judge didn't give him a gag order, Trump still has power, because that's the kind of man you're supposed to shut up.
That, and you don't want your life in jeopardy as the judge.
I want to see him. I want the gag order to see Trump say "fuck it" so they can lock his ass up. That's what I want to see. I would love to see Trump go to jail for about 20, 30 days.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Because it didn't make him that much more famous. You know, he'll say, "They treated me bad. It's very." You know, that's exactly.
I went to jail and I'm back.
Right,
Like,
right. Yeah, he'll come back.
That is true.
You know, they can't hold me. I went in there and I told the COs, you know, when you get out, you work for me. You work for me.
It's actually kind of funny. I read an article about Trump, not even about Trump, but like how all these other countries, they absolutely prosecute, you know, their former governors and presidents and all this stuff.
Yes.
But America is slow to the.
Well, this is the first time in a while that we did this type of severe crime. But the thing about
Nixon definitely could have went to jail.
Yeah, he could have went to jail.
Should have, rather.
No, you throw other people on the bus. Trump was just embarrassing with what he was doing. From the Stormy, I don't even know why he just didn't say he fucked Stormy Daniels. Like, you know, that's what I'm saying about being a man. You get ready to go to run for president and they ask you about these women. So yeah, I fucked her. I cheated on my wife. Hey, I'm not perfect. I'm like half the American citizens out here. Most of y'all cheat on your wives. I cheated on my wife. I felt that I should pay her $130,000 because I liked her as a person. You know, matter of fact, that was a tab. That's what she charged me. You know, so now I'm gonna run and be president of the United States and make America great again. He got in this motherfucker, said fuck everybody, and boom, here he is. He's gonna reap what he sow, as they say.
Speaking of cheating, what do you think of the what's his name? I think it's Ime Udoka.
Oh yeah, it's embarrassing.
I think we are now at the hour mark. I think we've done a decent show for the day. I want to thank you guys for hanging in there with me today. I am going to ask that you like and subscribe if you're not already connected, and also lend your voice to some of the topics that we discussed here tonight. All right, until we talk again, peace.